your love. That's up to you.
Welcome back. Your time now 5:43. Spring break is in full swing, and new rankings by U.S. News and World Report suggest the island is one of the best destinations. The report looked at everything from best activities to best rates on hotels and dining. And when it comes to the cheap best spring break destination, well, the island comes in 5th place. If you're looking for ways to save money, it's the best to set your itinerary a few weeks in advance. You're also urged to book your trip in late April or May to avoid the spring break rate hikes. What do you guys think about this?
Honestly, I'm not surprised because it's quite expensive to stay in a hotel on the island at any time of the month. It's summer or spring break.
Yeah, it is very popular, but I must agree with you, Chris. I have stayed out there during the summer, and it is a little expensive, but according to this report, it's not too bad in comparison to some other destinations. Danielle, you're out there all the time.
Yeah, you know, I've seen some hotels offer those options where you can book a year in advance, and I always want to do that to, you know, get a good deal. But at the same time, I'm like, what if I don't know where I'm going to be a year in advance, you know?
I know. I can't do
hard.
that either. I can't.
That's cool too. I know they have the Airbnbs on the island, but even those are like sky high, like $300-400 a month. That's crazy.
Yeah, you got to do your research. And then the other thing that you never know is the weather, right? Like if you book so far in advance, the weather might not always cooperate.
Right, so it's actually interesting to know that Key West is cheaper than South Padre Island, which the beaches in Key West, Florida is pristine, clear. Like that's wow.
Well, but we are blessed to have this beautiful beach, so, you know, make the most of it. Those who are from the valley know there's plenty to do on the island. Here are the top 5 activities according to this report. Laguna Madre Nature Trails, Sea Turtle Inc., Isla Blanca Park, the museums of Port Isabel, and Dolphin Research and Sea Life Nature Center. Danielle, again, you live in Port Isabel. What do you think about these rankings?
I approve of all of these. It's my favorite. Oh my gosh, I could list even more than that. But yeah, no, I think the Dolphin Research Center is also one that kind of stands out. It's just so special. I still have like all the memories of me on the boat and like seeing the dolphins up close. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. It's not something you can see every day.
I know. It was pretty typical for all the school-age kids to take that field trip out there to the island.
Beautiful.
Chris, anything you like to do in particular when you go to the island?
Honestly, I have not checked out those 5 items. I've been wanting to look at the sea turtle rescue, which is a huge popular thing for folks out of state. They go there all the time, but that's something I have to keep. That's my bucket list item for the valley, is to check out those 5 locations.
You definitely have to go out there. But let's talk about the food. If you love seafood, you'll have an endless amount of options out there. Do we agree, guys?
I agree.
Dirty Owls is my favorite pick. Danielle?
Cool. I don't know. I like Clayton's.
I have not been, but I like, yeah, Clayton's is a good pick too.
We gotta have a lunch date and take you out there, Chris.
We have to, for sure.
Alrighty. Well, just a reminder for parents, the Quinta Mazatlan is inviting families from across the valley to spend time in nature this spring break. They're hosting a series of events titled Exploring Nature in Writing, Wonder in Wildflowers. You'll be able to learn and explore nature all while seeing the beautiful wildflowers that are in bloom.
I think it's so important that people go back to the roots. So, you know, heading out there for a little while in our thorn forest, it could really reset the brain, you know, for more mindfulness, and it can give you more, you know, room to be playful and curious and creative.
The fun gets underway at 10 a.m. every single day. Now, there's always great entertainment to check out in the valley, and this Saturday, no different. NBC 23's Danielle Banda in the studio with more on that information. Danielle.
Yes, I love talking about SPI, but I also love talking about rock and roll, Daisy. If you're a fan of music, anyone out there, it makes you want to jam to your heart's content, then listen up, okay? Because you're officially invited to Rock Night at Simon Says. Now, everything from Jimi Hendrix to Led Zeppelin to the Rolling Stones to Queen, Pink Floyd, Rush, and more are going to be on the lineup. And this is your chance to hit the dance floor with your friends and your family for a night of captivating music fun. Now, according to BuzzFeed.com, rock and roll really made way into our world around the 40s and the 50s, and believe it or not, that original sound was actually derived from the rhythms and the sounds of blues and country music. Now, the site outlines that rock and roll itself has an interesting way of being categorized into different rock genres, and that include modern day blues and folk life tunes with hard rock guitar strums, a little bit of everything. And get this, the term rock and roll came from the term rockin' and rollin', rockin', which was actually a phrase that sailors out in the ocean used to say when talking about their ships that were rocking on the waves against the sea. It's so interesting. Now, rock music can definitely, well, it's come a long way since then, and this event is just a great way of honoring that growth. Local band Dreams of Nova are expected to hit the stage among other local rock groups, which of course ensures a lot of fun for everyone. And you can check out the event Facebook page or their website for all the details, so you can head on out there Saturday and then rock your way into a great weekend. I love this kind of event. I don't know, my rock and roll is kind of Green Day, but some people would hate that. They're going to say that's not rock and roll. What do you guys think?
You know what? I'm a fan. I like Green Day.
Okay.
I like Good Charlotte.
Awesome.
That's my era.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's valid. It's
Right?
valid. Any
Thank
type
you.
of rock and roll, as long as it, we keep this genre alive, because we know some of the big stars that were back, that maybe started the revolution that is rock. But we got to keep it going somehow, right?
Beautiful, yeah.
That history, though, I love it, right?
I did not know that that's where the word rock came from, is from the boats. That's a good fact that I just learned today.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Thanks for that one,
You're
Danielle.
welcome. Next time you'll think about it when we're at SPI together.
Yeah. And if you are going to SPI, the boats might be a little rocking today, huh?
Definitely the case for today, as those seas are going to be very rough. We're going to have that high rip current risk along our island areas, so keep that in mind if you have any loved ones, or if yourself is having a time out on South Padre Island, because we're going to see those rough conditions. Here's a live look across the southern half of